Man.
You got anything? It's a waste of 90 fucking minutes.
God, it was.
When we could have just gone and seen the 10:30 screening of John Wick.
I would have been much happier there.
This movie can fuck off.
In the worst way. This movie was so stupid.
Fuck the fact that this is in fucking theaters. Fuck the fact that there was an audience in there.
I can't believe there was an audience.
An audience that honestly really didn't seem that into
Man,
this.
I was really hoping that at least the movie could have gotten a good reaction out of the audience, but all the audience were like us, like...
They were kind of like us.
Stupid.
They really were. It was kind of crowded in there, which again is just made me depressed and made me want to tell this movie just to fuck off, but... This wasn't like, even when you go to like the worst fucking like Paranormal Activity movie, usually the audience is kind of hilarious. Or like that fucking No Good Deed that Brian and I were at like a month or so ago. Like at least like, okay, the audience was kind of funny. This one, they really didn't seem like they were having any of this. I mean, we certainly weren't. Stay home and watch The Exorcist. I don't know. Stay home and watch. Why is this a thing? Why do we need this movie about a goddamn Ouija board when you can pick out about 20 fucking movies that do the same goddamn thing as this? Whether it's The Exorcist has got Ouija board stuff in it. Fucking one of the Slumber Party Massacre movies does. It's this year's Apparition. Like, that's what this is. It's some friends fuck with a Ouija board. They summon a ghost.
They didn't listen to Grandma.
It does that. It does the wise Latino.
I wish she was Latino. No, it was a bunch of white people. I wish her grandmother She was like darker skin.
She kind of looked and sounded like she was.
She didn't sound much like it.
Maybe not to the extent of like Paranormal Activity 2.
That was the only thing worth watching in Paranormal Activity 2 was the Mexican lady.
There's El Diablo in this house. But so the grandma turns up in this, and I looked at Jigs like, we're doing this? Okay, fine. And of course, Lin Shaye even pops up in this movie to kind of explain to them what is going on. I can't even get mad, really, because it's just a product. That's what it is. It's a fucking movie about a Ouija board, and there's ghosts chasing people around for PG-13 thrills, so most of them die off camera. That's it. That's what the fucking movie is. You know what this movie is from the goddamn trailer. I don't know what to say about it. Like, if you believe in Ouija boards, I don't know, even you might be kind of bored at this movie. I didn't notice, though, on the credits if it ever said based on the popular game by Mattel, Parker Brothers, whoever puts this game out.
I think it's Mattel.
Is it? Oh, shit, I think that's yours. Sorry.
Yeah, that's mine, you dick.
I'm not gonna drink this. It's got cigarettes in it. Ew.
Ew. That was gross.
Is it Mattel?
Ouija board?
Yeah.
I think so.
I was waiting for, like, that
Mattel
to pop up on the
or,
credits.
what was the other one be? Parker Brothers, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
One of those
They call it Spirit Board in the movie, but it's just Ouija across the goddamn thing.
The fucking top.
It has everything except the game meaning like Mattel or whatever company puts out. It doesn't have that on it, but that would be kind of funny. That would be sort of. I was looking for that throughout the whole movie. That'd be hilarious. That'd be like McDonald's putting out a movie about food that kills people in the movie.
Isn't that what their food already does? my social commentary.
Whatever, I'm collecting those Monopoly pieces.
Dude, that is the only reason I've been eating McDonald's since September 27th.
Yeah, I've been eating it quite a bit lately,
I'm so
too.
sick of it.
Oh, I'm not sick of it. The other day I went there, and because on the menu it's got like all the foods that have the Monopoly pieces on it, which is actually really convenient because they don't do that some years.
No, they don't. Some years it's a grab bag. That's why I always get the Big Mac. It always seems to be on the Big Mac.
Here's what happened to me the other day. I went there the other day, and I ordered the #1, but then I looked at the little chart, and they put a sticker over the Big Mac saying, like, game pieces not included on this, which I guess means they ran out of Big Mac boxes. So I'm like, fuck. So when I got to the first window, I had to be that asshole. Like, I had to... Luckily, she was cool. She was cool. I'm pretty sure she understood why I was doing it. But I said, like, I am so sorry. Can I change the sandwich from a Big Mac to the Bacon Clubhouse?
The Clubhouse.
Because it's still got the Big Mac sauce on it.
Yeah,
it's a good sandwich. So I've got my, like, little sad chart of Monopoly.
I did too.
God, I'm going to win this or die trying.
Hell yeah, I say that every year.
Mm-hmm. And if I live to the end of Monopoly season, that means McRib season.
McRib is coming right around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. See? We're talking about McDonald's.
This is something
right
to be
now.
excited about. This movie isn't.
No, it's...
I really wish there was something more to explain in this movie, but it's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah.
A bunch of stupid people play with a Ouija board. Turns out they summon a bad spirit because they play it in a graveyard, unbeknownst to them. And the first girl broke, like, all the rules right out of the gate.
Which, did she live alone? Like, after she dies in the opening scene...
She said in the very beginning, like, my parents are coming home. You meet the mom once at the
funeral or
the
wake or whatever they're doing.
Wake was the word I was looking for. The wake. And that's it.
And that's it. And then they just keep sneaking into this girl's house, which is always, no one's there, but, like, the furniture and shit's all still there. So, I mean, are their parents are their parents still on vacation, even though their daughter just died? There's never any, which I know in movies like this, usually parents don't show up in them, but, like, in this one, it's just, houses are just empty. Like,
these really big houses are just...
Yeah.
Void of life.
The main girl, who's the girl from Bates Motel, her parents are on vacation or whatever, even though her friends just keep dying left and right. Sorry, honey. Look, I've still got work to do. You just hold the fort down.
This big-ass house isn't going to pay for itself, sweetheart. Daddy's got to go make work.
And her poor sister in this movie.
Oh, God.
Her poor sister who, like, keeps getting shit throughout the whole movie, even though she's just acting like a teenager. Like, she goes out with some guys, whatever.
That you never meet. That cracked me up. You never meet the dude that she's interested in. It just shows, like, this black piece of shit Ford Mustang from the... 80s or 90s era somewhere, and there, this piece of shit, all black car, like, and then she's about ready to leave. That's all you ever see of it. My favorite part of the whole movie was when the main girl somewhere, they're trying to solve the mystery, and she walks out. Oh, they're going to go do the Ouija board thing for the first time. She walks out, and that car's parked out front.
Yeah.
And she literally goes, "Hey, you get out of here!"
I love the fact
Oh my God, I cracked up.
She kept yelling at her sister, like, "You're not going anywhere, you're staying in," and stuff like that. Like, "Oh, fuck you, I'm leaving." Which, sure, why not? Like, she knew someone who just died, let her go out and have some fun or whatever. But she's yelling at her sister to do all this, "Hey, you stay in your room," or whatever. But... honestly, the younger sister looks a little older than the main girl, and if not older, then the same exact age. Like, they do not look like the difference between, like, 17 and, like, 13. They look like 20 and 19. Yeah. You know, like, it's kind of hilarious. Like, it was sort of like in the fucking Identical with Ray Liotta yelling at his 40-year-old son. Who's supposed to be 18. Like,
I'm sorry, Daddy.
I will steal a car again, Daddy. It looked,
I won't go back there, Daddy.
I'm like, who are you fucking fooling here? These two girls are the same fucking age, and neither one of them's in fucking high school.
Neither one of them. I could not figure out for the life of me what the hell is this college?
I think it's
age
high school.
I thought it was high school too, but
I'm positive
everybody
it's high
there
school.
looked about mid-20s.
Yeah, well, yeah. They didn't look like they were teenagers or anything. But there's a couple of scenes when they're going through the high school and there's like lockers and shit like that. So I'm guessing it's fucking high school. It all has to do with. It all has to do with the main girl at the beginning, just for no reason, really, just playing with a Ouija board in her house, alone. And it happens to be a house where this woman lived with her 2 daughters, and the younger daughter was crazy. You think it's the old woman ghost who's like the evil spirit throughout all of it, but no, it's actually the little girl with her mouth sewn shut is actually the evil one, and then they're like, oh no, the mother was actually trying to warn us. By running at them and screaming at them and like doing like haunted old woman shit that you usually see in all of these movies, that's not a very good way to warn them that you're the nice one.
Like you find out later that the mom was a witch, a Wiccan, did the paranormal stuff. She summoned spirits, a medium, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah. She was one of those. And so the mom had, before shit went bad, had a lot of experience dealing with spirits. So, which makes that scene where the mom's like screaming at him from spirit side even less sense, because you would have think she would be like, "Rah! Hey, whoa, hey, you see that crazy little bitch over there with her mouth sewn shut? There's a reason I sewn her mouth shut and I killed her. Don't fuck with that." You know what? Better yet, why don't all you white kids just get the fuck out of here and stop fucking with this shit?
Well, then Lynn Shay is in the insane asylum as like the sister of the little girl, and is saying like, to free her spirit, you must cut the string off of her mouth.
From her mouth.
Well, you know this? Okay, all right. She's Lynn. She's Lynn Shay. She knows everything in all these ghost movies. I guess just listen to whatever Lynn Shay says. Fine.
Besides the day where Lynn Shay decides to fuck with you.
Yeah. I mean, she still knew everything that was going on,
yeah,
but she was
sure
just intentionally giving them false information because she's fucking crazy.
Because she's crazy.
And so, yeah, they fucking cut the strings off of the corpse's mouth, and that makes there's no rhyme or reason to what this ghost is doing. There's no reason why the ghost would let them get this far without. The ghost has already proven that they have the power to levitate people and bop their head on the fucking sink, to possess people. Funny. That was the death scenes in this, the ones that it shows, are kind of funny because the ghost essentially it possesses you and makes you commit suicide. That's essentially what it does. I mean, every now and then, but like there's like once or twice when it just straight up murders them, like when it pushes the guy in the pool, where it rips off the scene from Amityville 3 where Lori Loughlin drowned and they found her wet ghost later on. It does that. It does the Blair Witch thing where they go in the house and the guy's standing in the corner. Like, this movie does everything that you've seen in other fucking movies. It doesn't matter if any of the other fucking movies are good or bad. You've just seen it before.
Nothing new comes out of this. The story itself is nothing new.
No, it's not even like...
The execution was boring. The pacing was terrible.
Yeah.
Everything about this movie was stupid. I don't like it.
The only edge I'll give this over, like, The Apparition, because they're pretty close in being how lame and nonsensical they are, but the edge I'll give to this is that, like, this is not as technically inept as The Apparition was. Like, not by a long shot. That movie was way more poorly made than this. And I'm not saying that this is the most well-made movie in the world, but it looks exactly like you would think a generic movie like this would look. It does. It does. You can picture in your head how this movie will probably look if you go see it. It's a PG-13 horror film from Michael Bay about a bunch of kids and a fucking Ouija board. How do you fucking think it? And because it's PG-13, you have characters in this where you don't even know how they die. There's one fucking guy, the blonde's boyfriend.
Oh yeah, they don't even show that.
No.
He's just dead.
She just, like, the main girl gets a text like, oh no, he's dead. How?
What happened? Can we see the body?
It shows
it shows, so, like, after the scene where they cut the thread of the little girl's mouth and she screams, it gets rid of Mom Ghost, everyone thinks, like, oh, it's all over now, yay, we win.
Uh-huh.
And it cuts to the blonde girl, which is the girl who hung herself because she was the dumbass who summoned this shit to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
It was her boyfriend, and he walks into, like, his bedroom, and the blonde girl is there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, alarm bells goes off. Like, huh, that's not right. And so she turns around, and her mouth is sewn, and then, like, it shows him, and he turns into a zombie.
Yeah.
Like, pale green face, eyes milky white, and then his mouth gets, like, starts to get sewn shut.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back to main girl, who gets the text that he's dead. That's all you ever see of it. Like, the two death scenes that there are in this movie is the girl hanging herself with the Christmas lights over the banister.
Yeah.
And then the other Isabella, who just gets levitated like a baseball bat and bonked on the end of the scene, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was
she just
funny.
went, bonk,
dead. And at the end of the movie, when they do, again, like, this ghost could have picked them off at any time, really. Like, it's really the ghost's fault that she gets defeated at the end of it. So, at the end, they're doing, like, I don't know, it's like that scene in Exorcist 2 where they're, like, you know, using the stupid machine to, like, fight over Linda Blair's heart. Like, it's the main girl in this movie and the ghost eye to eye going toe to toe with a goddamn Ouija board, and it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. They're still communicating via Ouija board, even though she can physically see her in front of her, and they're just back and forth with this goddamn Ouija board. And then
and then blonde friend shows
up, still looking like a perfect 10.
Beautiful.
Yeah, still looks beautiful, ravishing.
Wonder, that's a beautiful looking ghost.
Yeah.
And just mean mugs the little girl ghost.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I'm sitting there like, see, you could have done this anytime.
Anytime. At any goddamn time. She could have done this.
Yeah.
At any time.
Whatever stopped her from ever communicating through the Ouija board?
I don't know.
Or to stop the ghosts, which she kind of does at the end of this.
Why didn't the mother tell them at the very beginning?
Instead of yelling at them and screaming at them, like the fucking woman in black.
Yeah,
you know?
by being the woman in black, she's creepy as hell.
Yeah. Just stop being Mary Shaw for 5 seconds.
I wouldn't want to talk to you either. Creepy.
It's not even a cheap jump scare movie. I mean, like, yeah, they throw in jump scares and stuff like that, but they're not even like the young audience that we saw this with was falling for any of it. They really weren't. Whenever a jump scare happened in this, which it is quite a bit, but even they were having none of this. Like, they were not affected by any of the scares that were going on. It seemed like they could really give a rat's ass about this. Nothing in this movie, it doesn't even seem like it works for its intended audience. And I'm 100% sure we saw this movie with the intended audience.
We sure did. We sure did.
We had to sit near the back. Because it was... I mean, it was pretty full in there, but they did put it in one of the small
They put it in the tiny theater.
Yeah. So all told, maybe 30, between 30, 40 people were maybe in there. It's Halloween season. I'm sure this movie will probably do fairly well. This thing couldn't have cost very much to make.
No.
Hire some actors from television, buy yourself a Ouija board. That's
get a Victorian style house, call it a day.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
Done.
Mm-hmm. I can't. There's no part of me that can recommend this movie. I can't. I'm even talking about this movie, I'm struggling to find shit to say about it because I don't even think a movie like this will end up on my worst movies of the year your list because I don't think I'll remember it, at least with enough passion to put it down on a list like that.
No, this was a straight-ass colossal waste of fucking time.
Yeah.
Everything about this movie was just a fucking waste of time.
This really was a waste of goddamn time. Go see, especially when John Wick is playing. This movie has no business being in theaters at the same time John Wick is. Seriously. Man, if this weekend ends and you say, well, I went to go see Ouija, but I missed out on John Wick, dude, seriously. That's like saying I miss Dread, but I went to go see House at the End of the Street. No, not you. I'm not talking about you.
You do understand that I just saw Ouija without seeing John Wick.
The weekend isn't done yet, though, dude. It's like the weekend hasn't even started. It's like Thursday night. You got plenty of time, man. You got plenty of time to go see John Wick.
You're a dick. in the worst capacity.
But admittedly, like, you would not be here if it wasn't like, hey, buddy, can you go see Ouija?
Hey, buddy, can you go see Ouija with... Sure. Why not?
You know what I saw for the first time when I was in New York?
What was that?
Walking with Dinosaurs. You were right. That wasn't very good.
Why did you say Walking with Dinosaurs?
We were drunk.
Oh.
Because we were drunk and
why does nobody listen to me? We yelled at Nick about this. Like, dude, don't go see it. It's a bad movie. Don't go see it. I saw it. Don't go see it.
We shut it off about 40 minutes in.
You think?
Until we put it back on because Todd was sitting there like, oh, I kind of want to see the rest of Walking with Dinosaurs. I just got to know how it ends. You know what was actually really...
You know how it ends. They all die.
Is that how it ends?
No.
Oh, okay. Does Carl Urban come back into it? Because I didn't see how it
ended. Walking with Dinosaurs, it ended with... Fuck if I remember.
More poo.
Dude.
You know what was actually really annoying me throughout the movie, more so than the voice work? Because the voice work... First of all, I couldn't tell who was talking half the time. But... Every time a dinosaur appeared on screen in there, when it would just stop the movie to tell us what it was.
Oh, the dinosaur that it was. I forgot to mention that. It straight up stops the movie. It's like, ba-ba-ba-a-saur.
Ding! Tyrannosaurus Rex. Blah, blah, blah.
This. Some interesting facts.
Which, I mean, that would work if you still kind of kept the action going as that narration was going on, but it literally just kept stopping the movie. And at one point, John Leguizamo comes back into it to say, man, you haven't, no, there's more that needs to be said about this one. Look at this chart. Look at his little tiny baby arms. Man, that wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't.
I also watched Congo. That didn't age well.
It didn't? Really?
Put him on the endangered species list.
I didn't really like that movie when it came out.
Oh, in '95, I remember kind of liking that movie. And
I didn't really.
I only saw it the one time, and I remember being kind of like, the monkeys are crazy. She got a laser gun. That's kind of cool.
Oh God! There's a laser gun?
Yeah, and at the end of it, when she says the line, "Put him on the endangered species," she's got a laser gun.
She's got the laser gun.
The volcano erupts and all the monkeys fall into the lava.
Fucking. Forgot about Kurt.
Yeah, it's not 1995 anymore.
No.
Fuck. I can't not even to watch this at home. Not even if Ouija is on whatever fucking channel would show this. Not even on Netflix. Not even fuck this. There's no reason to watch this. There's no reason to watch it as a horror movie because it's not scary. There's no reason to watch it as a bad horror movie because it's not that funny. There's not even a reason to watch it with a big audience that would scream at it, because we didn't even get that. It's, it's like most haunted house movies like this. If you look at it all from the point of view of the ghost, it's a comedy. It's just a ghost with a lot of free time.
An awful lot of free time.
Just going around fucking with teenagers.
I would do that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If there is such a thing as a ghost, I'm not gonna argue one way or the other. But if there is such a thing as ghosts, like I'm gonna have a fun ass afterlife.
Yeah,
I'm going to fuck with so many people. It will be so much fun. So much fun.
That's gonna be great. That's gonna be a non-stop party.
Oh, I know.
That's all the horror. Do you realize that is most of the horror movies we get nowadays are either exorcism movies or ghost movies?
Or ghost movies.
Just give me a slasher movie. Jesus Christ. Doesn't even have to be a good one. Just give me a slasher movie, for fuck's sake. And make it R, not PG-13.
Yeah. I don't know. Horror movies are kind of in a sad state, in my opinion. I didn't really hop on the Paranormal Activity thing when that came around. I still don't like it.
I love The
Saw
Conjuring.
was the last one. I liked the first one. Kind of fell out of favor shortly thereafter that. But, I don't know. It's just... I'm not really I wouldn't consider myself like a giant horror fan or anything like that. It's just, it seems to me that the current style of horror movies, or the current generation of them, I suppose, are lacking.
I mean, if you watch enough of them, I mean, you'll find some decent ones that are still out there. You just kind of got to look a little hard. I mean, The Conjuring was popular last year. I did really love that movie. Annabelle just came out. That was stupid.
I saw Oculus not too long ago.
That wasn't bad.
I was going to say Oculus wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I personally wasn't scared in it, but I was actually brought into the story.
So was I.
I liked the story.
I went into that I had seen some trailers for it, but from the trailers you couldn't really tell what it was about. And I went into that and was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was entertaining.
I knew it was a WWE film.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, their track record isn't very good. But for that company, I liked Oculus.
So did I.
Thought it wasn't, in my opinion, it was not a scary movie.
But I was thoroughly intrigued by what was going on.
I enjoyed the story.
So
I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was good.
I thought it was well acted. It was well made. And again, a plot you've seen in movies before, like, a haunted mirror or, a haunted object. But it did it well.
It did it well.
It was, I did enjoy that. That's a way better movie than this. That's a way better movie than Ouija is. We were joking outside because he says to me, like, why am I even here? This isn't a kid's movie. And I'm like, oh, but it's based on a children's game. So.
Man, there would have been a time in my life I wouldn't really worry about something like that, but Battleship. Solely based on the game.
Man. We were talking outside. I was like, yeah, at least you missed Battleship. I saw that. That was a piece of shit. I would probably rather watch Ouija because it's shorter. It's shorter. I don't think I was as mad during this movie as I was during Battleship.
I was just bored out of my mind.
Oh, did you see Battleship?
No!
Oh, no, sorry.
No! No. I did not see Battleship.
Oh, no, are you crazy? I didn't see that.
No, I was dating Sarah at the time. She told me all about Battleship.
Yeah, she was there. That was Irving and Brian didn't go see that. They were busy that night watching What to Expect When You're Expecting.
I like it when other people have to do the terrible movies.
Like last year at The Best of Me, or last week at The Best of Me.
Oh, yeah, that one was fun.
Next week is Nightcrawler, and have you seen... Brian and I talked about this in the John Wick video. There's a movie coming out next week that's called, Before I Go to Sleep or something like that. I have not seen a single goddamn trailer, advertisement, anything for this, except for the poster in there. It's Nicole Kidman, Colin Firth, and Mark Strong, so a solid cast. And the plot sounds The plot sounds like somebody watched 50 First Dates and was like, you know, this is actually going into thriller territory here. Why not just make it a
fucking thriller?
Yeah, it's like Nicole Kidman plays a woman who every time she goes to sleep, her like memory resets or something like that. But it's a thriller. It's not an Adam Sandler rom-com.
Man, I know a lot of people who like 50 First Dates.
50 First Dates is one of his movies where, like, 90% of that movie, it's not that I liked it, but I didn't really find it that bad to sit through necessarily, because I thought it was one of the few times where he was playing seemingly like a decent person and not a douchebag. But then it gets to that ending, which if you think about it for only a little bit of time, is the most horrifying fucking ending that I've ever seen in a romantic comedy. It is nightmarish. I've seen horror films with a plot line like that. Fuck that!
Man.
Oh, man. Like, that was such shit. And that is all I think about now when I think of that movie. It really is.
Terrifying.
I've said all my final thoughts about Ouija. You got anything else?
Waste of goddamn time. Fuck off. I don't know what you want. It was very good.
Let's start back at the beginning.
Don't see it, bro.
Don't go see this movie, bro.
Don't see this movie, bro.
Lame, bro. Put me to sleep, bro.
Almost did, bro.
We're gonna fall asleep at the wheel, bro. Behind my sweet new 1982 Honda Civic. That's a man's car, bro.
Yeah, it's totally a man's car, bro.
If I know what the name of the car is, that means it's a man's car.
1982 Honda Civic. This is an 82 Honda. How dare you?
It's an antique, bro. Say it.